This is Daryl Glasper. We must save our community. I'd like to get an opportunity to talk to you about something that's very important to me. It is the city of Baton Rouge and the direction that is going. I was a big supporter of the mayor of East Baton Rouge Parish, Coach Sid Edwards. I have a lot of admiration, respect this man. He works extremely hard. He has been in the office about every day since he's been elected. He's been going nonstop. Coach Sid Edwards, I told many of the residents of East Baton Rouge Parish that I thought his leadership, I thought his tenacity, I think his vision, I think he's a very bright and smart man. And let me tell you why I'm saying what I'm saying now. Because in my estimation, Coach Sid is literally killing it. When I say killing it, you look at homicides, they're down 17.5%, gang violence down 20.7, robbery down 15.5, sexual assault 16.3, stabbings 9.4, assault 6.0, theft 14.3, car thefts 35.4. Coach Sid has torn down houses. He has directed his staff to look at the blighted areas in our community and doing everything that is humanly possible to turn this city around, going in the right direction, and he's doing that. As a supporter of Coach Sid, I have a fundamental desire to change the way East Baton Rouge political structure has been for the past 15 years. That's a very difficult job. It's an institution where I've often said that there's the administrative, legislative, and judicial. Some people try to correct me, but the executive branch is the administrative branch. The employees work for the mayor. And then you have the legislative branch and then also the judiciary branch. Tonight, I want to say to the citizens of East Baton Rouge Parish, I have a fundamental disagreement with the legislative branch of East Baton Rouge Parish Metropolitan Council. I served on that council for 8 years. I served with the desire to do better than what we were doing at the time. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in that council for 8 years. And I tell people all the time, it wasn't a pleasant 8 years of my life. It was constant studying, it was constantly bickering, it was constantly doing things that I thought was take the communities in the right direction. I had a lot of mentors in my life, man. I said, I'm so lucky and so fortunate. When you start talking about the Joseph Delpers of South Baton Rouge, or the Dick Turnleys, Jewel Newmans of Scotlandville, the Pearl Georges, and the Gus Young, Mr. Jetson, those were leaders in our community. And then you had all these business leaders like Mr. Henry Baptiste. You had Clara May Wells, Little B. Coleman, Ruth Sparrow, Mr. Scott. It just had so many people that wanted to see this community move forward. Now, many of those are going on to another life. And it leaves people like myself. I'm a senior. I told people over a number of months campaigning, I had no desire to work in city government. I had no desire to run city government. And to quite honestly, I really don't even like the building. I didn't attend that building for 20 years because you had African Americans in that, and they had billions of dollars coming through their hands. And I thought for sure that they would do some things to turn this city around. Now, I have tendered a letter to Coach Sid Edwards, and this letter, and I want you to see this. I tendered a letter to Coach Sid Edwards the other day to his office, signed by Daryl W. Glasper, and let me tell you why. Because I don't think it's fair to Coach Sid Edwards, his administration, and the people that have to work with him and work with the people that I just despise, is the Metropolitan Council. This is something that I had never seen, hope to never see in the future, and I just have a fundamental belief that your legislative arm of the government that's supposed to take the oath of office to serve and to protect is not doing their job. And it's just not one, it's the whole collective body of them. They always talking about Republicans and Democrats, but when it comes to doing things that I think is either unethical or illegal. Illegal. I'm saying this right in this camera. I think that some of the things that they have done over the past 12 or 14 months have been totally illegal. You can't give away government property. You can't just go and take money when you want to take it. When you have the opportunity to help the citizens of Baton Rouge, you took the money. And you took it and you dispersed it among yourself. Those are the things that I fundamentally think are wrong. I will not walk away You'll probably carry me away, but I want to show the people of East Baton Rouge Parish that you have the power. It's not a collective group of people that have to put their name on the ballot. It's the people that have to show up to the polls. The ones that elect them. To this day, they still talk with disdain down to people. Even though they change for a moment or a season or on an issue, they're not going in the right direction. I just don't think that I should be anywhere around the Edwards administration or even downtown. I think when you see me coming, I think the Metropolitan Council need to be concerned because I'm not backing up. I said to the residents of East Baton Rouge Parish, we can have one of the best communities in America. We can bring people here to work. We have 3 universities. You have LSU, Louisiana State University. You have Baton Rouge Community College, which I think should be merged with Southern, and you have Southern. 2 land-grant colleges. Now you have a water college. And I think things are fundamentally going in the wrong direction when it comes to making decisions from a legislative branch. Now, I'm going to work diligently to change it. I'm a stand-up guy, always have been. And I'm taking it tonight, it's October 3rd. I have done so much research, read so many bad ordinances. Some of the decisions I think is abominable for a group of people that's supposed to serve and protect the community. I have never seen a group that's so eager to spend other people's money. I call it OPM. That's other people's money. So I say to you, I hope that you as a community respect the decision to just walk away from being involved in his administration, of even talking to Coach on that people all know all the time. In order to change a political institution like we have in East Baton Rouge Parish, you can't do it from the inside. You become institutionalized. So I say to Baton Rouge, I'm going to work very diligently. I'm going to work very hard to change the direction of our legislative branch. Now, I'm not a gatekeeper. I said that during the campaign, and I'm not a dog on a chain. You can't keep calling people that he knows, that I know, and tell them, say, oh, look, Darrell Glasper, pull this down. Darrell Glasper, stop doing this. Darrell Glasper, stop. No, you stop. You stop spending the people's money. You stop talking to them any kind of way. You stop doing the things that you are doing. Collectively get with the administrative branch of government and do your job. Understand your place. You have a place in government. You were elected to be the legislators of this community and the protectors of the white, black, poor, rich, the schools, the community. What are we doing? Why are we not talking about education? They said, well, it's not our job, but you're giving the dollars away. Why are we not talking about retraining of the workforce? Now, we had a trip of African-American politicians from both the House and the Senate. You know what they did? They took a great trip to Washington, D.C. Who did they go see? They went to a party. They went to have a good time. It's your tax dollars. Those are the things, the fundamental differences that I have, that I do not want to bring my negativity, as some people see it, to a wonderful administration and a great man and a great human being who is just killing it in Baton Rouge, and you're not even talking about it. He is working hard. We need to support him. We need to be of his administration. Now, I want to end by saying this. I've always told people the truth. Am I 100% satisfied? No. Because when I get a phone call about a small businessman who participate in the city parish process and he bid with 3 competitors, 2 of them not even qualified, didn't meet the standards of the bid, and this man bids all under $250,000 and they throw his bids out and then they rebid it in 5 days. That's not acceptable. And I'm not going to be a dog on a chain. I'm not going to let anybody pull me back. You have to talk about these things. This is what have to change. And that's what I did when I was on the Metropolitan Council. Most people don't know. I went after the community that did not respect businessmen, businesswomen, black, white, and minorities. We won because we worked together. And that's what I'm saying to the community. Let's work together. Let's support the administration. Let's pull together and let me not be a distraction, because I think that me as an individual and my thought process toward that government, where they have to work together is not a healthy place. It's not a healthy place for coaches, not for administration, and certainly not for the Metropolitan Council. So now, I remove myself out of that way, and I'm looking dead at you, the Metropolitan Council members. I'm looking dead at you 12. And I mean that. We as a community are not going to take your antics anymore, so that you collectively, all the decisions you made behind the closed doors, giving $1.1 million to an advisor, $150,000 to an attorney to advise your group of attorneys, to give away the Centroplex, and you're not eligible to do it. I mean, we talked about building a hotel. I'm telling you right now, in the front of this camera, it's $150 million. Go and convince someone to spend $150 million without the demand for that hotel. Now, I'll say this to you. I have a fundamental problem with the way that the LSU arena has been handled by this group. And a whole lot of people have that same fundamental disagreement. Now, do we think that LSU don't need an arena? No, that's not the case. It is the process of not even talking to your constituents that is the problem. And you made a decision to give Louisiana State University the opportunity to raise taxes without vote of the people, a vote of the businesses, a vote of anybody in that area. And I think that's fundamentally wrong. And I think we should fight it. I'm telling everyone in the community, back up and do it the right way.